Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Brother Gaming HD here today. In today's video, I want to discuss why I think Dying Light 1 is a parkour zombie slasher masterpiece, and that's what I want to discuss in today's video. So let's get into the meats and potatoes, shall we? It's very hard to think that a game like Dying Light 1 was made by the same people that made the original Dead Island. That's kind of hard to believe because of the fact of how different both of the games are, obviously. But the story of Dying Light 1 actually kept me intrigued from the opening cutscene of me literally skydiving into the city of Haran till the very end with confronting the main villain of the game known as Rise. And it was a roller coaster of an experience with basically playing devil's advocate on one hand and trying to find a top secret government file for the GRE organization that you are technically working for. And there's so much twists and turns in the story that some of them are like very basic, like, oh yeah, that's going to happen, or it's like, wait, what? You're telling me I was betrayed? Or double-crossed and lied to in some shape or form? And the game does a good job of keeping you on your feet, keeps you guessing on a consistent basis, which is a very interesting thing that this game did manage to deliver. And fun fact, and here's the fun fact, I played this game back in 2015 when it first came out, but the only reason why I literally came back and finished the game from beginning to end is mostly because the first time around, I literally had nightmare fuel by the volatiles, and if you know those guys, oh lord, they were some scary ass monsters back then, and they still are to this day. Ugh, I swear, they still creep me out till this day. I'm not joking. But back to the video anyways. Just the story itself just really kept me intrigued and really kept me invested. And running into characters like Raheem and Jade was something that pretty much grew on you as you progress through the story. Raheem, he's just a dumb young kid, basically doing his own thing, and his older sister Jade saying, hey, don't do anything stupid and don't get yourself killed. And that is something that wasn't something that he meant to do. It just kind of backfired on him because of the fact that you're basically breaking into a school trying to find Antizin, which is basically some of the gameplay that you are seeing, and you end up finding the whole entire thing of C4, which basically leads to the death of Raheem, which in my opinion is just one of the saddest deaths in my opinion, especially with the actor who portrays Crane very well. And I'm not joking. Applause to the actor who portrays Crane and delivered this performance that you're about to see right now.
Oh, come on. Raheem! It's me, kid. I did it! God. Raheem! Oh, you should have seen it. Oh, God. The whole damn building came down. Oh, shit! No, Raheem, stop! Raheem, it's me! It's me, kid, it's Crane! Oh, Jesus! Raheem, stop! fucking bite wound. You goddamn stupid fucking kid! Oh god. Jade.
Now, that scene, in my opinion, was very well done. In my opinion, it was. I'm pretty sure some people's like, I've seen better acting than that. Okay, yeah, I know. But just literally just playing that scene right there, pretty much, it sent shivers down my spine. I felt the emotion. I felt the pain and frustration that Crane was going through. I could literally feel that in a way because of the fact that he promised Jade that he would not, that Raheem would not get himself killed. And that's the irony of it. He basically ended up getting himself killed in the process because he wanted to blow up a tower full of volatiles that basically leave during the night. And he somehow ends up getting a hold of some C4 that you end up getting a hold of first, but he decides to go on a suicide mission and literally get himself killed in the process, which was not technically planned, but he hides the bite mark from you and pretty much tells you to blow up that tower because he was more concerned about getting rid of that whole entire nest of volatiles instead of concerning his own safety. You see what I mean? His sacrifice was a stupid sacrifice. But at the same time, Raheem, whoever played Raheem, played him to a T perfectly, even though Raheem did have a little bit of screen time. But for that scene right there, chef's kiss. Not gonna lie. And what else? Rise. Yes, the person that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. He is a villain that is portrayed so well to the point of where you believe, like, wow, you're telling me this is the villain, a psychotic maniac who is basically hell-bent on chaos and controlling the city of Haram or Haran to a point of where he is king, he is the ruler of the city. Whatever he says goes. And the man is a ruthless monster. He has no remorse. He does not care what he has to do to get done what he needs to accomplish. He is the true definition of a pure villain back in 2015 compared to some of the villains that we get now in modern gaming. And here is a clip of the man Rise pretty much getting a speech and being interrupted by Crane here, and let the clip roll.
Stand him up. Oh shit. Doc.
You come to us like a snake in the grass. Here, in a city of lies. You are the biggest liar of them all.
What the hell are you talking about? Answer me, motherfucker!
Yes, lose control. That is what you Americans are so good at, after all. If I...
Not bad.
This man has no remorse. He just literally unalived two of his men right there in front of you. And it's like, this guy does not give two shits on what happens. Well, I guess that's what pretty much happens when you end up losing your brother to a zombie apocalypse, and you end up losing your shit. And you're already mad, and now you're even more insane in the membrane. So, yeah, not Crane. Rise, very good performance. A very good performance by the actor. And the funny thing is, I'm not even touched on the parkour or even the melee combat, which I'm probably going to cover here in this segment of the video. But the parkour, it is something very unique to Dying Light and became a main staple for the franchise going forward, going into Dying Light the Beast. And I'm very interested to see how the parkour has evolved since then, even though I still have to go play Dying Light 2 and the following on my own time, but it is going to be very interesting to see. But the parkour is what really separates this game from so many other zombie survival games in this genre alone, and you really don't see that much uniqueness when it comes to a zombie apocalypse. Mostly you either have a firearm or you have something along the lines of that, being prepared and being prepped. But here in the world of Dying Light, you can pretty much pick up a hammer, have a machete, or even have a basic, what's the word, even have a pickaxe, for crying out loud, as your melee weapon. And the thing is, though, compared to the Dead Island, which I noticed, is the fact that, sorry, right there, I'm pausing mid-sentence, sorry, but you can't always keep repairing your melee weapon and making sure you're ready for the next fight, because each melee weapon that you do get, you end up finding or end up buying or whatever, end up getting rewarded, has a unique set of uses, with orange being able to repair your weapon up to 5 times, and after that your weapon is literally no good. It gives you that factor of like, okay, I can't just basically rely on the same melee weapon to carry me through by the time I find it till endgame, because by that time you've already use that weapon for so long to the point to where it can't be repaired. And that is a mechanic that I actually like, because of the fact that it really made it hard for me to get rid of some of the weapons that I ended up picking up and upgrading and repairing for so long, to the point to where I'm like, wow, I really do not want to get rid of this weapon because I like it so much. But at the same time, it's kind of good, because if you do end up scrapping that said weapon, you are technically able to get a metal part back, and you are able to repair your other weapons that you have at the time, or you end up finding a brand new weapon and you need to basically, repair that one. And that was a good thing. I think by the end of the game, I think I had like almost 30 metal parts where I would be able to repair a majority of my melee weapons for, an X amount of uses. But that's what kept the gameplay flow for the melee combat so intriguing, and it kept me engaged because of that factor, knowing that eventually my melee weapon was going to break. And even though I did not abuse the parkour as much in this game as it was intended, the parkour just pretty much adds another layer of that survivability, knowing the fact that zombies really cannot climb rooftops unless they're a freaking sprinter. Those are the only guys I literally hate in this game, are freaking sprinters. They're the only ones that could literally climb up and pretty much grab me by surprise. Any of the other special zombies, I'm not really worried about them, mostly because of the fact that they're down there and I'm basically 5 stories up, so I'm not really worried about them unless they're up there with me at that point. But it's really easy for me to just literally dispose of them as fast as possible. And that is me here wrapping up the video of pretty much me discussing Dying Light pretty much 10 years later, my experience, and everything that I wanted to talk about here in today's video. And if you are new to the channel, I do plan on doing covering games like this every now and then, depending on what game I want to cover. But if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the bell notifications, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out and goodbye, everybody.